And we're live.
Eating vibe.
Welcome to the control system.
Deep in just South Austin in a secret location.
Yeah, just deep in
All
the
in one
metaverse.
location, though. No more online.
Yeah, how to bring the squad together. Feels good.
Yeah, no
Feels
more
good.
Zooms.
We're up in the crib, and we got our party barge Saturday. So that's one of the reasons we're all together now. We had to do some pre-work.
So hyped, just laying out all the shirts and the hats and stickers. It feels real, you know?
Yeah,
Feels good.
it's gonna be Yeetum in action. It's gonna be a great vibe.
Eating vibe, baby. Eating
Yeah.
vibe.
I've been daydreaming about it all week. Can't wait to see everybody rocking our gear.
Yeah, I've just been nose to the books all week, but done with that for a little bit.
Yeah, bro, past your Series 7, that's not a joke.
Yeah,
That's a real deal thing.
Past that
Big
shit.
big move.
Past that shit.
So you got
Big
one
move.
more, then you're real deal
Yeah,
broker boy.
Yeah, real deal finance, bro.
When do you become a finance bro, you think? Is it
When?
like when you get the Patagonia vest? Or is it like a mindset
When you
thing?
start doing finance, bro, things when you go out.
Hey, what does that look like?
You probably have to be born into it. We're all just trying to
That's
do
the
it
real
on.
deal finance, brother. Yeah, like my dad works at the firm.
Right.
When I'm on the job, I call him boss, but when I get home, he's dad.
My dad owns the
There's
firm.
probably a lot of
the-
of people like that.
The duck may swim on the lake, but my dad owns the lake. That's from Holes. Did y'all not get that?
Oh, dude,
I watched the last time I watched that movie. I was like in 7th grade.
Well, yeah, that little white dude
It's
said
been a long
that.
time.
It's a good movie.
It is a good
It's a good
movie.
movie. But boys, what's been going on? Like, I'm kind of out of the loop.
Well, Twitter's been being Twitter like normal. I was going to bring it up earlier. There's some issue with like the PGA, the golfer guys. There's this, what is it, the ILV or something like
Yeah,
that?
it's the LIV golf,
LIV?
and yeah, it's basically like a Saudi-backed golf tournament where they hired Greg Norman as their CEO, and then they've gotten some big names like Phil Mickelson, Sergio Garcia, DJ, I think.
There's been a lot of golf on
And-
TV recently.
Yeah, one of the crazy parts about it though is
It's the Saudis.
yeah,
That's
Greg Norman was like, "Oh, you know that assassination about Khashoggi? Just give him a mulligan.
Give
Give him a mulligan."
We need those
That was
mulligans
a
in
Tim
life.
Dillon joke. That was a Tim Dillon joke.
Well, they're having an issue because it's ran by the Saudis. They're asking some of them, well, if Vladimir Putin ran one, would you go?
Jesse, what's this?
No
what-
comment. I'm not making that right now.
Like, God, I didn't even know that was going on. Yeah, see, I deleted my Twitter, so I lost all news source.
How was that? Do you feel better?
It's been 2 days.
We got the feeds in the Discord if you ever need them.
Yeah, I always have to peep the Discord, so you guys should join the Discords. Good source of information. Drop it in the pod notes. You know where it'd be.
Discord's the place for communities online.
That's where all the filtered, if you build your community right, that's where you get like the good information. I don't need to sift through the badly written articles, the, clickbait titles.
Yeah,
It's
and
just
just
all
be
there.
a part of communities. and
That's
do
why you
more
make a
stuff.
meme
meet
page
more
in it, too.
people, and it's a lot of people. That's where the hustle. I feel like there's a lot of hustlers on Discord. A lot of business communities.
Oh, yeah. If you can get connected, there's some that my friends are in that gets like the information before it really goes
Right.
out. So you're in the know.
Yeah, that's what we do.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's a good source of info. It's a lot of info though, because sometimes I'd be going through and I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah, it's an overload.
Or I'll read some shit and have no clue what I just read. I'm like, okay, I just read this and now I need to Google all this shit. It's not even worth looking right now because time, man. God damn.
Well, the good thing is you see who posted it, so you can always go back later and be like, hey,
Yeah, that is
what
true.
did you mean by this? What is this? Like, I'm trying to learn.
What
Yeah.
did I-
Really dialogues about it, and it's not just it's reading, but it's like wherever it takes you. It's like wherever your attention focus takes you. That's what you get back
Yeah,
from the vibe.
you
know?
got to protect that vibe.
Vibe reciprocation.
Got to protect that vibe.
Yeah.
Energy. How do you protect the vibe?
It's some very important thing that you got to be mindful of the stuff you're consuming, right?
All
So
the time.
this started, I think I became aware of it like 2 years ago during the pandemic just started, and I sat down and I was looking on Twitter and it was making me mad. Like I had followed things, had followed people that every content that they had put out or retweeted, it was just eliciting this response of just stress or anger. And I noticed that I was like, why am I willingly following this thing that's sucking up my time, filling my brain with useless stuff, and just making me angry. And
Right.
so that woke me up like, okay, I can unfollow or mute these people. And then slowly over like a course of like a month, built a pretty like improvement page that I can go on and spend the time that I'm doing.
Oh yeah,
and got,
cleaning,
like, a good
cleaning the feed is
Yeah.
essential,
It
especially on Twitter.
it make you a dumbass if you don't.
Yeah, you don't need to like honestly like I've unfollowed a lot of like old people
Dude.
growing up that is just like either people's accounts die or you just you just want sharp.
Yeah, I was scrolling
information
through
when you
it,
tune in,
and
you
like
know?
my feed's pretty clean for the most part. Every now and then you get the funny ass meme, and you're like, ah, yes. But I was just scrolling through it like the other day before I deleted it, and it's just like, boom, pair of titties. I'm like, what the fuck? And it was showing me something that somebody else had liked.
You have to be careful. Some people do that and they start putting this stuff. You're like, what are you doing, dude?
Nah,
Dude,
gotta
I
unfollow
immediately
you now.
unfollowed that person. I was like, I don't want to ever
need that.
I don't want to ever see some titties on my Twitter.
What if I'm in public? I'm sitting on the
Yeah.
bus.
God damn,
I'm like,
there's
man,
a
I'm bored. Let me
cute
pull
girl
it up.
next to me on the bus,
Just
and
pogged
I pull
up.
up my Twitter and boom,
Yeah,
titties.
then you're gonna want to watch porn.
You're like,
like,
dang.
what? God damn, bro. Like, but good set, but God.
That's what's funny about Twitter. It's like there's no Trump, but you can watch like hardcore trans porn.
Well, what was funny is like it wasn't even like one of my friends' accounts or anything. It was like it was like vintage photo account that liked a photo.
Oh man,
So
come
that
on.
vintage photo person, whoever's running that account, liked that.
He got caught.
He got
slipping
caught.
in
He got caught
4K.
slipping, or she, who knows? But they got caught slipping, being horny.
Just takes that one little bit.
People be slipping.
Be slipping.
People are hurting. A lot of people are hurting. You know, times are hard too.
I'm hurting.
Yeah, there's a deep pain everywhere.
Deep pain. This girl has 10,000 followers on Instagram. I don't know how to approach. Deep pain.
Do you feed into that deep pain? You know, you can feed into that deep pain, or I guess play it the good guy route.
I'm
Just
not
emo
just-
boy summer or
boy.
just summer boy summer.
I'm just never gonna approach until I see her in person.
Either that, or I build my account past 10K.
Yeah.
Then I got the clout. Then I
Yeah.
can slide in.
Well, when you get 10K, you get a lot of extra features. So if y'all didn't know that,
Some more analytics.
or more analytics, and then you're also able to make more different type of edits to your stories.
Oh,
I thought you were
wow.
talking about real life perks
get-
here for a second.
They give you Photoshop.
Pretty much. Well, yeah. I mean, if you got 10,000 followers and you tell someone in public to follow you, they're gonna be like, "What?" That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy that I'm like coming up on like 2,000.
Do you ever think about it before you post? You're like,
No.
dang, I'm about to send this out to 2,000 people. This thing got to be clean.
No, I just post what I like.
Probably, yeah, it's probably
Yeah,
like that
that's
at 10K then.
It doesn't matter what people think. It's about what you like put out there. And social media is for people to see. It's like an audience. It's that's all it's for.
Like I was a
And
little in my head.
It's not real life.
Yeah, like I was a little in my head yesterday, actually last night, and I was just sitting there, and I was going. I looked on my Instagram. I was like, dude, I'm such a nerd. Like, I thought it was so goofy. I was like, all this is funny. Like it's all pretty much. It's not a lie, but it's a lie, because it's just like
It's the
snapshots.
highlights. It's the highlights.
Yeah, it's the highlights of your life that you're really like never gonna relive those exact moments.
Mhm.
Like, you
But
can
they're
try to
there
recreate
forever.
them, but they're there forever. So it's like
And Facebook owns them. Mark Zuckerberg owns them.
they changed the meta by the way.
Meta. Yeah,
Or
today.
Meta, yeah.
That fucked a lot of people up. I heard.
It fucked our systems up. They're like, yeah, you can't trade
They
anything on
fucked
it right
me
now.
up, man.
Dang, so you weren't able to like place trades on it at all.
For a little bit, just because it had swapped over. You're like, yeah. You
So
can't.
who's fixing that? What? Who's in the
the
back end
nerds that
fixing
got
that?
locked up in the basement?
The goblins. Yeah.
The
Little
goblins.
They don't see the sun.
The
man.
computer goblins.
You don't think they ever see?
They
the
got
sun?
vitamin D from the screen, maybe.
Dang.
Yeah, they
in
just get
there.
synthetic.
I was
vitamin D.
working at a company before. It was like my first job out of college, and those poor people. Those poor people.
Which one?
Um,
This one?
I don't know if I should say
Nah.
online, but but golly, I mean, it's a foreign company that has a massive like imprint on
Oh, I remember you
yeah
talking
the whole
about this
world.
now. Yeah.
And holy crap, they were slaving their people. And most people that they owned are all engineers because what they're doing there is they're creating like they're building microchips there, and like big companies go to them to have their microchips built, and so they just have a bunch of like just engineers that just get fucking raped.
Yeah.
Pardon the French.
There's a lot. Yep. Yeah. A lot of
Just
rape.
high-paid corporate slaves.
Yeah.
Right.
Stop the rape.
You have to. It's bad. But I felt bad, and then like that was when COVID had hit too, and they never shut down like all the other companies. Never shut down. They just like did the stupid like mask, hand sanitizer everywhere. Oh, you walk in this door.
Well,
hand
dude,
sanitizer.
it's like a lot of people lost money and like went under, like couldn't pay
A lot
the
of
rent.
small businesses did, yeah.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. to small businesses. But I mean, if you created a small business once, I feel like you know the grind, you know how it works, and you have the ability to definitely get the second one.
Right.
Yeah, and you have all the connects you made when you first did
Yeah.
it, and all the
life's
lessons and failures you did. It's not like you're starting from step one again.
Yeah, life's a marathon.
Yeah. Unless you went like
Yeah.
completely bankrupt, and then you just had to
I've seen kids bounce back from
fell
that.
into debt. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can definitely bounce back from that. But golly, if you just get fucked by debt, you could just get fucked.
Well, it's people who trade on margin,
Dude,
You know,
Yeah. Oof.
People be getting wrecked on margin. I
Red.
have no idea what they're doing.
Like, yeah, I'm stupid to have margin on my account, but it's needed.
You're not taking stuff out on it though.
No,
you just got
never.
yeah, if you have it for the day trading, quick settlement stuff, that makes sense.
Dude, I never.
No, I'm
used
talking
it.
kids are like leveraging it, and so if it goes to a certain point,
Yeah.
they gotta auto sell you out to cover their risk.
Oh.
Again, circling back to protecting yourself, you gotta be
Ooh.
aware of what you're doing. Don't just jump in.
bull trap.
Dude, yeah, the bull trap. But those poor people. It's just like, why? Like, if you just read about when you sign your account up for margin, it gives you that little disclosure.
Pages.
And if you read the first paragraph, it says how risky it is, like right away.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you're just a dumbass, really. Like to
Most people don't read.
But yeah, agree.
They're not reading the articles.
Well, I don't read the terms of service and shit when I sign
Okay.
up for-
Okay, when I mean like reading to see what I'm doing, I'm definitely gonna read like what is this?
You know how I
What are
learned
the
about margin?
mechanics?
Because I signed up my account for margin.
What percentage of people on the internet you think like actually read the terms and
I
services
don't.
of every app?
Oh,
or
never.
every
I don't.
Whatever.
Yeah. They could say we're selling all your info to China.
I used to work
Agree.
at a place where like you would download the content, and it would literally be like the risk of like being on like a bike or a treadmill, and how you shouldn't let little kids like youngins like be around this equipment. And it's literally like you just agree, submit, and people be like, "Man, just submit." But dude, I had one time I went like I was helping this lady out. She's like, "Oh, let me go get my reading glasses." Came back, dude. She read the whole thing. She read the whole thing. It took like 10 minutes. Read the whole thing. She's like, I guess I'll agree.
She's a thorough lady.
I was like,
Thorough grandma.
I literally looked at her. I was like, I've never seen anyone do that. And she's like, I have to know what I'm getting into.
Wise
Need
words.
more of that, need
Wise
more of that.
words.
Yeah, I mean, but dude, yeah, that's just like exercise equipment. You gotta know not to have kids around that.
That's like, caution hot, don't pour this coffee on yourself.
Monkey see,
kind
monkey
of thing.
do.
Monkey see, monkey. Coffee hack. Put coconut oil in your hot coffee.
Ooh. Is that a sub for milk?
Hmm?
Is that a sub for your milk?
Yeah, it might as well be.
Yeah.
It's just adding a little bit extra fat to your coffee and fat's flavor.
Just like a spoon?
No, not a big, just dude, barely any really.
Drop.
Enough to like where it melts, and then you can stir it around. Or like the coffee will kind of like look oily after that. But
Throw some raw honey in there too.
dude, if
What
you
about
want,
MCT oil?
huh?
What's that?
MCT oil?
Sounds good to me. Put it
What
in
is that?
there.
It's like I don't even remember the full name what it's called, but it's something. It's a type of fat
For your
that
brain?
basically accelerates like keto,
Ooh.
and it's like a brain fuel, brain octane type. I remember hearing it from the guy who invented bulletproof coffee.
Mm.
They made all this like biohacking.
Is that like the mushroom
No.
lion's mane one?
Oh, you're thinking about lion's mane. Yeah, you can
no.
put lion's mane in your coffee. I don't know if that's going to taste too good.
One of those holistic health people on Twitter was like, MCT. So I've heard about it, but
It's like my Clyde triglyceride.
Jamie, go pull that
My
up.
triglyceride.
It's a tried. It's
All
one
right.
of those tried
I'll pull
things.
this up.
This is when you need a
We need
biologist.
yeah, come on, MCT oil.
I know this girl. She's in school to be a biologist.
Nice. So she's gonna be biology
Yeah.
person.
What do biologists do when they get out of school?
They have to go to master's school.
They
don't wanna
have
do
to,
anything.
right?
That's when you do the real research.
Yeah,
You-
you start
you have to work
you
with
find a
grants.
field and then you start researching.
Yeah, it's a
Or
lot
people-
of academic
A lot of
stuff.
biomedical engineers,
or oof.
Well, that's like the engineer stuff. I'm talking about biology.
medical.
You
But
it's
even like
producing papers and
dude,
research.
chemistry majors, it's like, okay, you get your bachelor's, you have to go get your master's.
Yeah.
And then after your master's, you pretty much kind of got to go get a doctor's if you want to be like balling as a chem major.
Now you're 30,
You're a part of
31
the
years old.
institutions when you
You're
get
in
a
then.
PhD.
And then what do you
Yeah.
go back? Professor. Back
I
into
mean,
college.
you either go back as a professor or you get like one of those dope ass like a geologist. Like the coolest job you can have as a geologist, you're going to Egypt and you're digging up like goddamn pyramids.
Right.
Like, how do you get that job? And if you ever watch documentaries, it's always doctor.
Mhm.
Everyone's doctor.
Yeah, they're
no
hustling
one,
for that.
Yeah,
I know a kid doing archaeology right now. He's doing like Native American pottery out here in like West Texas.
That's crazy.
But yeah, it's a hustle. These kids are like in their 30s, still working under the doctors, helping them with their papers, going out there. The fun part's going in the field. But that's like 20% of what you're doing. You are helping them write,
I always
drafting, reading their stuff.
I always thought those people who like the wildlife biologists who go out into like the Amazon rainforest to go hunt down an animal, and then when they get it, they're like, yeah, like
Or a
that
plant.
job.
Just like some small flower.
Yeah,
somewhere.
or just like some rare flower that
you found. You're like, I really hope no one else has found this one,
yeah,
so I can have my name
and
on
it
it.
cures
Expedition.
cancer.
Just expedition.
That's what you're hoping for.
Yeah.
You're hoping it cures cancer, and you're hoping that you're the first one that found it, and you're hoping that no crazy tribe out there that has no touch with
Yeah,
people.
you're gonna be like Pfizer's gonna buy
Dude.
all this.
There's tribes that we have not discovered, or they have never like they don't know who
What?
we are. And
Where
we
are
don't
they, in
know who
South
they are.
America? Or?
Dude, like in the Amazon. The Amazon's crazy. Like they believe that there's like tribes of like maybe like just 30 people, just somewhere in there in
I
the
believe it.
Amazon. And
believe
like yeah, that we've never seen them and they've never seen us.
Have you seen the scans that they've
What?
done with LiDAR?
Yeah.
There's giant buildings in there
Yep.
from like Mayan era
Mm-hmm.
that is just covered by trees.
Wow.
That's
just-
South America.
Yeah.
Wait.
like pyramids,
Amazon
like tree
stuff.
pyramids.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's coming back.
Yeah, here we
It's
go.
coming back.
For some reason,
What
I
did
was
you say?
The Mayans was like Cancun area.
yeah. So underneath the
I'm
I'm
Amazon,
uneducated.
no,
They,
so
maybe they were all the way
no,
down
underneath the
there.
Amazon,
The Incans were
apparently
in Peru.
it might be the Inca. No. So, anyways, there used to be no trees there, and they had like pyramids and like huge settlements there. Whatever tribe it was, or whatever native.
There's a whole
tribe
civilization.
it was an
there.
entire civilization, a massive one.
Yeah.
And the trees just took over after they just went extinct, and nobody knows how they went extinct. But they have found like tombstones there, actual buildings. Like they've gone in there and found buildings and like dug up and moved shit around to find the buildings, and then they LiDAR scanned the entire area, and it just shows that there was a massive like civilization there, like
Mhm.
like a DFW, but
What?
yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
They were just vibing, ancient vibes.
Ancient vibes, but apparently it was like what they believe, because I guess they found like a massive pyramid there, and they were able to get in it and just like started like looking at the
Oh, there were
pictures.
levels.
Yeah.
A lot of them are buried too.
Yeah, they
They're
were
just like,
finding
"Dang,
like
dude, this thing's
pictures. Yeah, so what they're
huge."
so a lot of them are buried, and so what they're finding is that the top of the pyramids are like hollow, and they're like rappelling down into them.
Whoa.
Yeah, some crazy shit, bro.
The esoteric Amazon knowledge. What happened? Is it mudslides
Yeah.
or
I
something?
don't know.
Just pyramids all over the world, and we're just.
But
like,
apparently there was
I
just
don't know.
one great ruler there, just one. And he was
Emperor?
The God Lord Emperor.
one
The Pharaoh?
emperor, god, pharaoh.
I mean, hey, they were building pyramids. It
One
makes sense to
boss-ass
form
man.
a society that way. Just go down from there.
Yeah, I mean, dude, we should build a pyramid in Austin.
We got the Bass Pro Shop pyramid. Bring one here.
yeah, let's build a bass.
Bro, we do got the best.
That yeah,
bro.
that's the
Build a Yinbai pyramid.
That's the white man's mecca, the Bass Pro Shop pyramid
That is true.
In Las Vegas.
in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
They also got a hotel. The
the pyramid in Las Vegas is Bass
Yeah.
Pro Shop.
An American
No.
Mecca.
So they have a hotel casino one. I don't know if that's the same one.
The
Bought it
Bass
out.
Pro Shop pyramid that I know about is it's like right outside Memphis. I thought
I think it may be.
it's in Tennessee for sure.
Wow, there's multiple.
Once the American
Did
civilization
aliens built
collapses,
those, right?
yeah, those. One's
Fucking
in Egypt.
robot cranes and maybe, dude, construction. What if people start doing drones for construction instead of like having massive ass
Eventually.
cranes? They just it's like a drone.
Dude, I just bought a drone recently.
Yeah, you said you're bringing it, or
It hasn't came in
what
yet.
kind of drone is it?
It's a DJI 3.
Oh, that's so fire, dude. Steven, my brother, he's super good at flying it.
This one has like AI obstacle recognition, like
Yeah.
avoidance, and you can just like scan something and it'll just follow it.
Dude, yeah.
I've seen that. You can just have it follow you around.
You
that'd
can
be
put it
such
over
fire
the barge
footage.
and it'll follow the barge.
It's trippy, right?
AI is getting crazy. Have you seen the AI generated images these kids have been posting on Twitter? You just put in keywords and it's able to make like almost perfect like photoshops of it. They're like Shrek in court, and it's just making that. It's so close it can't do faces, but it's damn smart.
Oh, so where like they type out a face.
No, you type out keywords and it's able to pull all of the internet's photos and kind of it knows what a courtroom looks like, it knows what Shrek looks like, so it kind of like meshes these things to make it almost look like it. It can't get details like a complete face, but it can put it together so that you know like a Picasso.
Okay, so it's like an artist when they like make a picture of like
a quick sketch of it, yeah.
Okay.
This is where it gets crazy to, think about what we're going to have capability wise in 20 years in that type of area. It's like, remember we had old graphics, 8 megabyte
Dude,
cards.
it's
like,
gonna be
well, this brings
crazy.
me
it's
to
just warfare. AI war.
This is like, is this real? We have footage that
Just
you did
meta.
blah blah blah.
well,
but
this
like
is all
dimensions,
becoming
the
AI.
Matrix.
I know like
The Matrix.
NFTs were all AI generated, like for the big ones. Like nobody was sitting there just printing shit off like that or creating that in Photoshop every day. Maybe you're doing like the certain aspects of them, but like it was all AI. They just and then boom generates 1,000 pictures. But that brings me to the question: is like the NFT market dead? What's going on with it? Because
who's gonna buy a picture of a monkey now?
the news is out. Like it's like no news on it.
No.
Was it just hype? What's going on?
The picture meme thing, I think, is hype. At least in this current cycle of it. Does it come back? It may come back. But the applicability of it, of NFTs having this thing that can only be in so much of existence for proof, I like that usage of it. But monkey NFTs, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, there's utility in an NFT. Like, think about it, getting a QR code.
Yeah.
Like, if you integrated that in, like, some decentralized app and made a payment system, like, through it, you know?
Yeah. That's,
Like, and it just more ticketing, or you, like, say it was like, oh, music rights. And, you know, like, just it's kind of how this Web3 ecosystem builds out. And it's, like, how identity happens. Like, if Elon buys Twitter, you know, like, what if it's like, oh, just all crypto? Like, you just prove who you are with crypto.
I actually saw on Twitter the other day on a news thing talking about Elon's followers, like over 50, like 4% of them, like over 50%, all bots.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, that I
mean-
saw that for the opposite side though too. They were
Yeah, so
throwing
I don't
some
know how
other
true it
people.
was because it was just like one of those like
It's a
swiping.
hit piece, little hit
What the
piece.
hell? But like, that's a strong statement.
50. Some of these blue checks, same numbers. A lot of them are just bots. They're not real.
But that's why he's trying to acquire it because he thinks Twitter is all fake. He's like, everybody here is
I
fake.
follow some accounts that came out later and said like, yeah, this was just like an AI generated one, and I'm like, you were putting out some bangers.
They told you that?
Yeah, they're like, this is just like, I run that.
Archilect?
No, not that one, but that's a very good one. What is that exactly?
It's like an AI. It's just like randomly post.
Just like good,
that
cool photos,
hits.
and
Yeah.
it hits every time.
And it knows how to do that?
Architect.
I mean,
Is
there's
there
a
a
lot
T?
of Twitter bots, like Twitter
Yeah.
API, SDK scraping, data mining, crawling, all that. Dude.
Yeah,
over
It
my
happens
head.
on the internet everywhere, every day.
Oh,
Mhm.
I believe it. But
Yeah.
damn, see, I didn't know those. I thought that was just some psycho. Just
Oh no,
I need
it
to
would do
post-
text. It would do, and some of
Oh,
them
it
like
would
it
text
made
too.
sense. Have you? There was like an AI generated meme. It's talking about like, is this gym like wet or slippery? And he was like,
what does that mean?
wet, and he's like, you're so close to be able. You have the setup punchline. You just have to. If you do it enough, you're going to get some hits.
And you just automate it.
You just automate it.
And so they go viral, and then that person's like, "Okay, now I run the account,"
You can throw some in there, or do
and he's
whatever
making
you want.
money.
Yeah.
Okay.
But people like authentic, meaningful words, and I do think there still is a value to like authentic creation
yeah.
and soul, into the
Firing off the hip, but you're well written, and I can see like the nuance in it. Those are my favorite accounts. I love Twitter because it's that you get like just these. You can't edit it, at least right now. So it's like this is what you thought in the moment, and if you follow the right people, like, oh, this is like it's challenging my beliefs in this way, make me think about this issue a different way.
Or just meet cool people. Like I've met a ton of cool people on Twitter.
I've never met anyone on Twitter. Well, I guess I met some Twitter bros that y'all have introduced me to, which are actually some pretty cool people. And now I see them in the gym like every day. It's funny. It's like some days we say what's up to each other, and some days we just look at each other in the eyes and we don't even say hi.
Just like, I'm doing my thing, you do yours. See, bro.
Literally, it's like
That's
it depends on what type of day it is. Like, what's up, bro?
Feel that.
Or it's just another day, and we just
It's just a passive consciousness. Like it's like not necessarily entangling, but just crossing. It's just kind of entangling, I guess.
We got a couple dogs with us,
Yeah, cool.
Callie and Leonardo.
The
They're guard,
doggies.
the guard dogs.
The doghouse.
You should have brought
Dog.
what's also
Yeah, he's just up there with my mom in Fort Worth.
vibing up in the Worth.
Yeah, just vibing.
Vibe. Dude, Hank Williams Jr. dropped a whole new, well, not really a big album, but it's like 4 or 5 songs.
Like an LP,
It's
right?
fire. It's fire.
I was not like I didn't know he was making music.
I didn't know he was making music, and it's fire. Tabal, you heard it by chance?
No, I haven't. I need to.
It's
Makes me want to break out some Coors and just start ripping cigs.
Yep.
Some good old boy music.
Good old boy
Some
music.
Good old boy music.
Nice.
He's talking about him going after some women on one of the songs, and I'm like, bro, you are like 70. I don't know how old he is. How old is he? Like in the 60s, 70s?
He's getting up there.
She woo.
She.
Boys, what's going on with the next week besides the barge? What do y'all got planned? Anything?
Really trying to get my training on lock now. I've been slipping, to be totally honest.
Oof.
Yeah.
Slipping on the
It's
train.
really the hypertrophy side. I've just been doing like the 6 to 8 range on reps.
Oh, you got to get the volume.
No, you got to do both, I think.
No, you got to do both, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to do those 12 to 14 rep ranges, man.
You have to.
Me in there, it's just like, man, it's like it's sprinting versus doing long distance running. I think that's a good parallel.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just
today
in
was
there with
squats.
the pain. It's a different pain because like the strength pain versus the I need to hit a burnout pain. It hurts different.
Like, yeah, today I had squats, and the goal was 260 3x3s. So strength training for sure. And I only weigh 153, like, so I'm way lighter than I've ever been, but I still have my strength there just because I've been on it.
Mm.
And oh god, like did the first set, second set, dude, I got 1 rep, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this again. Nope, 1 rep.
Don't
I was like, yeah, okay, this is way too heavy, so I just
Drop weight.
racked
Did
it,
it again.
dropped it, did it again. So I went down to 255, did those 3x3s, well 2x3s at that point, and then I went and right after that just put 135 on the bar. And just got naughty with it, 4x12s.
Burnouts at the end.
And then everything
Jeez.
after that, it's just everything's hypertrophy after that.
Mhm.
But that's what I do. All my compound lifts are all strength training for the most part. And then everything followed by that, it's like I call them accessory lifts. And that's just like me trying to make sure I have like a good aesthetic, like good build. And
Good form.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is this all on the same day?
yeah, so like for a back day for me is like strength train deadlifts. I'm going to hit like a 5x3 or a 3x3, something like that. And for people who don't know, 5 reps, 3 sets, 3 reps, 3 sets. But I'll do my strength training on deadlift. But building up to that strength part of it I'm doing like 135 at 12, 175 at 12,
Oh, the
225 at 12,
workup weight.
and then after 225, that's when I bring everything back down to 5, and then I'll work my way up to my heavy deadlift. But right after strength training, I go and I do cable rows, and I'm doing 4x12s.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'm doing bent over rows with dumbbells, 4x12s, and then I'll do that I'll mix in some bicep curls there. But that's where I've seen the most improvement, like in my chest and my back and legs, just because all the hypertrophy work. So all my workouts are like that. So chest, bench, strength, and then right after that, all hypertrophy.
What's the breakdown? Is it push pull legs or
So it's like
legs, back,
Monday, chest, tries. I got like a bro workout. Well, besides, because I have a lot of endurance training. So Monday is chest tries in the morning, afternoon, a 5K, and then Tuesday is straight deadlifts, nothing in the afternoon. Wednesday, shoulders in the afternoon, 2 miles, and then Thursday, squats, afternoon, nothing. Friday, I just literally go in to hit arms. You got to get the guns looking good. And then I'll go home 1 mile, and Saturday is just straight endurance day, long run day, and then Sunday, rest. So, that's how the training's been.
running every other day?
You're killing it.
And I
That's
haven't missed a
crazy.
day.
Okay.
You got that discipline.
I've been doing a push pull
Discipline.
leg thing going on, but yeah, I definitely need to break up the running. Doing like a mile every day, I can feel it.
Yeah.
At least starting off.
Oh,
with
it
that,
kills your
kills
legs.
you, it
Running.
hurts.
You've been running in the zeros?
Not the zeros yet. I went and got fitted up at it. When I recommend this, going to an actual running store, they will scan your feet. These guys that are running nerds, they're like, hey, walk back and forth. Let me see where your foot lands.
Been telling these guys this for years, man.
I didn't believe it, I'll be honest. But I went. They have you try on shoes. They'll let you go outside and run in them.
Yep.
Found the perfect set. You got another, what do they call it? You can add an insole to it.
Yeah, you can add an insole
Just
just
extra
to make
padding. It felt good. And I immediately got home, ran in. I'm like, I am so dumb for waiting this long. Don't go to the store and just buy a pair of Nikes. They're
I've
not
just
made
been
for
running
you.
my zeros 2 miles.
And
That's
so
fire. I need to get some
for
of
those who
those.
don't know, zeros is kind of like a Choco, but the padding is super thin to simulate a barefoot walk.
Right, and it's got enough traction where you can walk over rocks and stuff a bit. But yeah, I've been
Yeah.
liking running them just because I feel like it's just feet training.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. I love that.
Have you seen that guy on social media that he trained his feet for 5 years just barefoot, and his toes are all spread out?
Oh
wide.
yeah, your toes spread out.
Imagine way back in Neanderthal days,
That's why their hands were.
you could climb a tree.
That's why they had monkey hands, bro. Because they were fucking walking on them all day out in the. Dude, I mean, there's back to the tribes. There's tribes in the Amazon, and their feet are just so spread out and massive, and in Africa, and from them just walking on the hard surfaces, walking on rocks, and thorns, and it doesn't phase them because their feet are
just calloused up.
I was about to say the bottom of their feet look nasty out there.
I got some pretty gnarly calluses, but they're not that. They're not
yeah,
that.
Not that tribal foot.
Nah, damn, I'm trying to get some tribal foot, bro. That's cool.
Should we
You gotta
just
work
start
up to it.
training our feet only?
Dude, well, I was
Foot
curious on
training,
these
man.
zero
No more deadlifts.
shoes. On
Yep.
these zero shoes,
Sponsor us, please.
are
by
they
the
gonna
way.
are they gonna go? Or are they gonna last for a 10-mile, 15-mile run?
I don't know.
With
how thin
not.
they are.
They'll probably last, but how's
Maybe
your
not
body gonna
multiple.
feel?
Ooh, I'm
You
not
feel
going
it,
on a
You
10.
feel it more right here in your lower calf.
But yeah, I guess you can build up
I'm
to
gonna work up
anything
to it.
really.
You can feel
Yeah.
it. You definitely feel it more down here.
Yeah, because you can build up to anything, but golly, I could only imagine the pain in my ankles and knees.
You got to work out muscles you haven't really worked out.
Yeah, when I
So,
did
yeah.
yoga for the first time, I remember how sore I was in little parts of my body. Never been sore on
Yeah.
a little small crack in my hip and
Yeah.
your freaking neck.
Dude,
and,
your hip flexors, it's 8 different muscles.
yeah.
Someone can fact check me, but it's something around
I
there.
believe it.
Yeah,
That's a very important muscle.
because you have your
group.
abductors and you have your adductors. So your adductors are going to be, they're going to be the inside. You're adding to your body, the inside of your body. That was the way I remembered it. And your abductors are going to be on the outside.
It's just a big lever.
Mm-hmm.
Few hinges.
Yeah. So my adductors, which is my inside muscle, pretty much your growing, that just goes all the way around, kill me all the time because all the running. And so, before I squat, I have to unglue them. I say they're glued.
What do you do? Just like massage them, or?
Oh, I'm doing like walking lunges as deep as I can, and then I'm doing like side lunges as deep as I can, just trying to get my hips, high knees, and then like everything. But it's like, man, it hurts. Life hurts.
Life is hard, dude. We need to go to the beach or something in Cabo or Cancun.
Dude, we can plan a beach trip.
Trying to hit one of the islands.
Just be an island boy.
Just be an island boy.
Yes.
Just eat and vibe boy.
With some chicas.
See.
Sí, señor.
See.
Uno cerveza, por favor.
Una cerveza,
Uno más
mami.
cerveza.
La bonita chica. The pretty girl? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Hermosa.
I think that'll
una
work.
cerveza, por favor.
Yeah. Well, shoot, boys. Y'all got anything to say? No.
Any final remarks? Just, if you're not in the Synergy Discord, join it. Synergy.eatum.com. It's free. A lot of open source information.
Gotta eat that.
Make sure you follow all Vibrant, Eat and Vibe, and Yeetum on Instagram and Twitter and everything.
Yes, sir. And that will all be in the podcast notes. You know that. But Aaron?
Nah, man, just keep vibing on, y'all.
Yes, sir. Well, Jeremy, Aaron, Tabalo, and we are out of here. It was
Eat
nice
vibe.
talking, or nice letting y'all listen
It's just
to
nice
us.
eating and vibe.
All right, later, y'all.